Hello everyone, it's our pleasure to be here today. Today, we are going to talk about making and rescheduling appointment. We shall only take 20 minutes of your time. Our presentation will be divided into 9 sections. Firstly, we will talk about learning objective. Secondly, we will talk about what is an appointment. Thirdly, key phrases making appointment formal. Fourthly, key phrases making appointment informal. Fifth, how to confirm appointment. Sixthly, reschedule appointment formal. Seventh, reschedule appointment informal. Eighth, grammar focused. And we will finish with vocabulary. Let's move on to the next slide. Learning objective. After this presentation, you will learn how to make an appointment using the polite language. Ask about someone's availability clearly. Change or cancel appointments professionally. Confirm plans and follow up properly. Properly use of expansion and preposition of time. Let's move on to the next slide. What is an appointment? An appointment is an arrangement to meet someone at a particular time and place. Key features of an appointment: plan in advance, arrange ahead of time. Specific time, fixed time for the meeting. Example, 3 p.m. on Friday. Specific person, made with a particular individual. Example, with Dr. Smith. Formal or informal, can be formal or casual. Example, can be with a doctor or a friend. Purpose, had a clear lesson like medical, business, or personal. Example, medical appointment or meeting. So, the next is example of appointment. I have doctor's appointment at 9:30 a.m. This is a formal appointment. She made an appointment with her lawyer. This is a specific person. We schedule a team appointment for the presentation. So this is a purpose appointment. Can I book an appointment for a haircut? This is also a purpose appointment. So in the next section, Waragon will talk about it.
The topic I will talk about key phrase marking appointments formal. Using business or official settings, I would like to make an appointment with. Could we arrange a meeting on? Are you available on? When would be a convenient time for you? I would like to schedule a meeting too. Could could you let me know a convenient time for us to meet? I'm reaching out to request an appointment with. Could it be possible to arrange a meeting? Let's take a look at some examples. Examples: I, I like to make an appointment with Dr. Smith. Could we arrange a meeting on Tuesday at 2 p.m.? Are you available on Friday afternoon? I would like to schedule a meeting to discuss the quality report. I am reaching out to request an appointment with your office regarding the new partnership proposal. Would it be possible to arrange a meeting on any day next week to go over contract details? Let when sentence ends with is usually followed by pronoun. When a sentence ends with on or at, it is often part of a time, expression, or relate to time. When a sentence ends with to, it often shows purpose or direction, but it can also be part of a verb or prepositional phrase. Let's move to next slide.
Now, let's look at some informal English phrases you can use to make appointment with friends, family, or casual contact. Now, we can look for example. Let's meet up. You can use this when suggesting to see someone. How about coffee on? A casual way to suggest getting coffee on certain day. Are you free? A simple way to ask if someone is available. Let's catch up. Grace for reconnecting and chatting with someone you haven't seen in a while. Let's hang out sometime soon. A casual invitations to spend time together. How your schedule next week? Wanna meet up? This combine checking someone availability and suggesting us meet up. These phrases are commonly used in everyday conversation and help you sound friendly and natural when making plans. Now we can look at next slide. Here are some examples of how used to informal phrases we just talked about. 1. Let's meet up sometime next week. This is a general invitation without a fixed day. It's useful when you want to meet but don't know your schedule yet. 2. How about coffee on Saturday morning? This is a friendly way to suggest a specific time and activity. It sounds casual but clear. 3. Are you free tomorrow evening? A simple way to check if the person is available, very commonly used. 4. Want to catch up this week? Great for reconnecting with someone and suggesting a general time like the week. 5. Let's catch up next Monday. This is similar but more specific. It gives a clear day to meet. These sentences are short, friendly, and easy to use in everyday conversation with people you know well. So, in the next section, Titowat will talk about it.
So in this part, we will talk about how to confirm an appointment. There are both formal and informal ways to do this. For example, if you want to sound polite and professional, you can say, "That time works for me," or "I will be there." But if you are talking a friend, you might say, "Cool, see you then," or "Yeah, I'm free then." So it's important to choose the right tone depending on the situation. So now let's move on to next slide. This slide shows how to reschedule an appointment in a formal way. These expressions are used in situations where we want to be polite and respectful, such as when speaking to a teacher, a manager, or in a business setting. For example, we can say, "I'm terribly sorry, but I need to reschedule." This phrase shows that we feel responsible and truly regret the change. Another option is, "Would it be possible to move our meeting to Friday?" This sounds respectful and gives the other person a chance to respond. Using this formal expression helps us communicate clearly and professionally. It also shows that we value the other person's time. So now let's move on to next slide. This slide presents informal ways to schedule an appointment. These phrases are more casual and are usually used when talking with friends or people we know well. For instance, we might say, "Can we meet another day?" or "Let's move it to Friday." These are short, simple, and easy to understand. We don't need to sound very formal, but we still need to be clear about changing the plans. Using informal language like this helps us sound friendly and natural in everyday conversation while still being respectful. So in the next section, Prishawut will talk about it.
Now we are arrived at grammar focus. On this section, I will talk about three topics. Firstly, I'm going to talk about modals and polite requests. Secondly, I'm going to talk about preposition of time. And thirdly, I'm going to talk about expression for scheduling in next week. Now, let's look in the slide. You will see at modal and polite request. I will show you modal and example to use it. First word is can. You can use can as a casual situation, casual chat. For example, can we meet tomorrow at 10 a.m.? Next word is could. Could is similar to can, but could is more polite. For example, could I reschedule our meeting? Next word is would. Would is formal. For example, would it be possible to meet on Friday? And the last word is may. May is a formal word. For example, may I schedule an appointment with you? Let's move on to the second topic, preposition of time. On this topic, I will show you preposition that you can use for 5 words. How to use an example. First one is at. You must use at with specific time. For example, at 2 p.m., at afternoon, at midnight. Next word is on. On. You can use on when you need to specific day or date. For example, on Monday, on July 15. Next one is in. You can use in before month and before part of the day. For example, in August, in the afternoon. The first word is from, to. We use from and to by checking on a time range. For example, from 9 to 11 a.m. The last word is around and about. Use approximately, like example, around 5 o'clock, around 9 o'clock, about 10 o'clock. Now, we are arrived at the last section. We are talking about expression for scheduling in next week. You will see a lot of expression that you can use is very useful when you need to expression for scheduling. First word is early next week. In the meaning is the first few days or next week, Mondays, Tuesdays, something like that. Example sentence is let's meet early next week, maybe Monday or Tuesday. Next expression is later next week, toward the end of the week. For example, we could reschedule for later next week. At the beginning of next week, around Monday or Tuesday. Example, there are slots at the beginning or next week. I can offer you. On any day next week. It's flexible. You can use any weekday. For example, I'm free on any day next week. Just let me know. Towards the end of next week, Thursday, Friday, or weekend. Can we move the appointment to towards the end of the week? Mid next week is a middle of the week. Usually on Wednesday. For example, let's set the meeting for mid next week, like Wednesday. The last expression is sometime during next week. Wake you any time in the week. For example, let's meet something during next week when you're free. We are arrived at vocabulary section. Here are 13 vocab that are very useful. You can use it when you need to scheduling and rescheduling. Before we end this presentation, we have prepared a role play to help you clearly understand how to make and reschedule appointments. Enjoy watching.
Good afternoon. Afternoon. Where are you? Book an appointment. Yes. I need to schedule a check out, please. What time slot are available? We have available room at 10 a.m. tomorrow. Shall I confirm that for you? Yes, please. But is there a conflict? Can I reschedule? Sadly, we also send you a reminder after the checkup. The doctor will provide a full conclusion. Perfect. Thank you very much. Pleasure. Hey, are you feeling again? I think so. Why?
What to Canada? Easily or what?
Sounds good to me.
Cool. How about Saturday afternoon?
Actually, can we do on Sunday instead? Something came up.
No problem. Sunday work too.
Perfect. Looking forward to it.